Good day everyone, welcome to our Contemporary Philippine Arts from the Regions subject. And today we will be talking about the sculpture and other forms of visual arts. So in contrast to painting, sculpture has three dimensions, and when we say three dimensions, it has height, width, and depth. So it is created by either carving, modeling, or assembling parts together. We have general kinds of sculpture. First is the freestanding. This is a kind of sculpture that can independently stand in space. It can independently stand in space because it has a flat horizontal base. All its sides contribute to the overall form of the sculpture. So an example of this kind of sculpture is Guillermo Tolentino's Oblation. Next we have relief. So this kind of sculpture does not have a flat horizontal base. The form is projected from a flat surface. So there are two types of relief. The form of low relief projects slightly from the flat surface, so it is in contrast to the high relief. These general kinds of sculpture are traditionally created by removing some parts of the material or by building up the form through modeling. However, during the 60s and 70s, the artists began exploring the use of different materials and methods, forming new types of sculpture in the contemporary setting. Some of these are the following. First is the assemblage. This sculpture is formed by putting together materials such as found objects, pieces of paper, sponges, wood scraps, and other materials. A good example of this is the Lamberto Hechanova's Man and Woman. Next, we have the kinetic sculpture. This is considered as a sculpture in motion because the entire sculpture or some parts of the sculpture are moving with the wind or are vibrating with the surrounding air. So here are examples of the kinetic sculpture. Another is the welded sculpture. This involves the process of connecting sheets of metals together by using an acetylene or electric torch. So here are some examples. Next, we have the use of glass. We have Ramon Orlina and Imelda Pilap. They were the ones who started the use of glass in sculpture. Orlina used glass in table pieces, murals, and sculptures, which are usually unified into a framework. On the other hand, Pilapil used glass planes with irregular shapes and linear patterns. So aside from painting and sculpture and other visual art forms that can be seen in every region of the country, some can also be seen as used by various companies and offices. So example is the advertising art. This refers to the using of paid space or time in any of the media to inform and influence the public. So this is used to encourage the public to patronize certain goods, services, or to support policies or persons. So billboards are examples of advertising art because it is being used to encourage public to support a specific service or product. It is the one that you see on highways wherein a lot of people can see this artwork. And it is being paid depending on the length or the duration of that advertising on that specific posting. Next, we have bamboo art. And this refers to works made of bamboo that may be used for everyday purposes. Also, decoration or ornaments. Thick bamboo is typically used for building sturdy structures like bahay kubo or whatnot. Also, it is being used for decorations, furnitures, containers, and writing materials. On the other hand, thin bamboo is used in creating musical instruments and personal accessories. Next, we have basketry. Basketry refers to the art of creating containers by weaving, plating, or braiding materials into hollow three-dimensional shapes that can either be used for carrying, storage, and trapping animals. This is very common in the provinces, and these are being used in different ways. Next, we have costumes. These are garments, hairstyles, and accessories that are worn by individual members or groups in a particular society. So this may vary according to class, sex, age, civil status, rank, and personal taste of an individual. So costumes are being used in different parts of the Philippines depending on the culture. Next, we have furniture, and these are decorative and functional objects which are typically found in public or private dwelling or building. So these are also known as muebles or kasangkapan. Next, we have leaf art. Leaf art is used in religious rituals, food wrapping, and even as a form of modern artistic expression. So this makes the leaf art different from basketry. So example of leaf art is the palaspas that is used every Sunday, every Palm Sunday for the Catholics. Next is photography. This refers to the process of producing images using a light-sensitive chemical plate or film. So photographs are taken to serve as sometimes portraits and as propaganda. So these are also used to serve as a documentation for travel and sometimes for research. So aside from this, photography is useful in covering events as well as for advertising and fashion. So photograph is highly useful medium for an artist. Next, we have the pottery. Pottery is a general term for decorative and useful objects made from clay. It is being set off at high temperatures. So there are three types of pottery, and these are the earthenware or the terracotta. This type of pottery is made from clay and is usually fired at 1700 to 2100 degree Fahrenheit. The second type of pottery is the stoneware. So this type of pottery is made from clay and feldspar. This is usually being fired at 2220 up to 2230 degree Fahrenheit. And lastly, we have porcelain. This type of pottery is made from kaolin, and it is a very special type of clay that is extra fine, white, and feldspar. Porcelain is being fired at 2500 up to 2700 degree Fahrenheit. Next, we have the tattoo art. This refers to the body adornment permanently engraved on the skin using a sharp instrument and plant dyes or inks. Usually, a tattoo is worn for several reasons. Sometimes it may serve simply as a type of clothing or to enhance beauty of the wearer. It is being believed that tattoos are used to enhance physical beauty. So it may also be worn to drive away evil spirits and enemies. That was a belief before. And sometimes it can also express particular social values and attributes.